Alright y'all, so today I'm making my wife some crawfish étouffée. I'm just throwing this together real quick. She's pregnant and she's hungry, so let's go. We're gonna do Parish rice. Shout out to Parish rice. Great rice, love the rice. Cream of mushroom, corn as a side, chicken stock, Louisiana crawfish tails, not made in China. Kerrygold butter and flour for our roux. We're gonna use green onions as a garnish, garlic, shallot, this guy's seasoning, my own soon. And for dessert, she's never had them, and honestly, I haven't either. Hubig's apple pies. So we're gonna throw this together for her real quick before she gets home. And we're recording with Meta glasses and the phone. So we're gonna see how this goes. Maybe some picture-in-picture action. Let's go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna chop up our shallot and get our garlic ready. Shallot, garlic. So I'm gonna chop up the shallot, but for the garlic, I'm going to use a garlic press to get more of the flavor out of the garlic. I only need a couple of cloves. The rest I'm not even keeping because I'm not going to be using it anytime soon. The baby's almost here, so I don't even know if I'll be able to cook again before she gets here. So let's go with, I'm a garlic guy. I'm going to go with 3 cloves. 3 cloves of garlic. And then our shallot. So go with this guy right here. Now look, disclaimer, I am not a chef, not a professional chef. You can criticize how I cut all you want in the comments, not responding. So, and don't criticize how I hold my knife either. Should I look up how to cut shallots? No, let's just roll with it. So we're gonna peel this bad boy. And cue time lapse. Probably all the shallot we're gonna use. All right. So get these guys stacked up kind of nice. Not making a real big étouffée, so you know, don't need a whole bunch of shallots. Wash your hands before you touch people's food. You know, next time, my board's sliding everywhere. Next time I'm probably gonna just send this through the garlic press. The garlic press is amazing. I've used it for, well, just garlic, but you know. And you chop it up as fine as you want it. it's all gonna cook down and soften up. It's gonna become, translucent for the most part, and that's when you'll know it's starting to soften up and get tender. And as you stir it, it'll kind of break apart and blend itself into the stock, or the étouffée, whatever you want to call it. So I'm probably going to stop right here because I have onions and bell peppers, gidgeries. I don't feel like cutting it. Celery. There's some garlic in there too, and parsley as well. Then I'm going to crush the garlic and peel it, send it through this guy right here, and we'll get to cooking. So I can only record 3-minute clips. Do better, Meta. Get the rice out the way. I'm gonna start. Turn it on high just to get the pot hot, and then medium high heat. We are going to melt some butter. Look, some recipes I don't have specific measurements for almost any of it, but that's how it's done down here. So if you're gonna ask me how much butter I'm putting, I'm gonna tell you enough. Enough to send you to the doctor eventually, so you can get on medicine to keep eating more butter. Actually, you know what? You can laugh all you want. I got 2 packs of crawfish, 2 pounds, so I'll break the pot. This is my favorite spoon, by the way. The oldest spoon. Jason, if you want to send me a paella spoon, I'll gladly use it. Speaking of Jason, aka Cajun Ninja. Oh man, I'm just knocking everything everywhere. Great book. Great book. My favorite recipe I've done out of his book so far has got to be the crawfish Monica. Fantastic, Jason. Great job. All right, anyway, we're gonna get this started. We're gonna get our butter melted. I turn the heat down usually, medium lowish, somewhere around there. You just want to get the butter melted and be able to incorporate the flour. And you don't need it boiling, but normally I have my fan on, but you aren't going to be able to hear anything if I turn it on. So let's go with a little bit of flour. And look, you're not making a gumbo roux here. You're making an étouffée roux. So you want a dirty blonde or light blonde, whatever. And honestly, the reason I add flour, the only reason, is to just thicken up the sauce. By the way, this is not Jason Durwan's recipe, Cajun Ninja. I'm not following anything. I'm going off of what my stomach's telling me, and that is I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat it no matter what it tastes like. You're gonna stir this up a little bit, probably drop it down to low if you absolutely have a high power stove like I do. That should be enough with the flour. I'm gonna leave the spoon in it though, just in case I need to grab some more. I'm eyeballing this right now, so keep stirring it. Don't let it sit for too long. And when I say too long, I mean more than 3 to 5 seconds, because you will ruin some expensive crawfish. Actually, I'm not using gizzards. Good thing I bought a shallot. So we'll keep stirring this till it gets to the desired color. We're gonna add our vegetables, and then we're gonna go in with our cream of mushroom, our chicken stock, and our crawfish shells. This doesn't take long, it's not difficult. Like I said, I'm not a professional chef, just a good one. All right, y'all. We got it probably about as dark as I'll let it get before I start adding most of the other ingredients. Good color, good smell. It's gonna taste really good. Excuse me. When everything's finished. So we'll just kind of keep stirring a little bit. We're gonna get the cream of mushroom ready. And the chicken stock ready. I'm not putting it in right now. I'm just cracking the can open and shake it up. Shake it up upside down. Anything that's settled at the bottom, knock it loose. Get it mixed in real well. All right, so we'll go ahead and turn the fire up a little bit, or the electricity, should I say. We're gonna add our shallots, get that good sizzle. Man, that sounds good. I really like that sound. All right. This is one of my favorite tools to use, y'all. I'm gonna turn that fire back down a little. Real low. I'm gonna have to get used to filming and, and cooking at the same time. All right, so real quick, we're gonna pop this garlic in here like that. We're gonna squeeze them out. I'm gonna do all 3 cloves. It's gonna be good and garlicky. Garlic's good for you though, right? I believe so. And if it ain't, it should be. Just like boudin. Put that right there. We're gonna get this stirred up. And you wanna cook this down just a little bit. This garlic, you don't wanna cook it too high or for too long because you'll burn it. You just wanna get it aromatic, get the house smelling good with it. Go ahead and add a little bit of chicken stock. You can also use seafood stock, but unless you make your own, a lot of the seafood stock you use is just gonna be from fish. Man, let's go small burner. Look at that, it's thickened up. I'll add some more of this to kind of cool that pot down. Man, when I said I was throwing this together quick, I was serious. Goodness. Stir this up. All right, y'all, we got it cooking down now. We added a little bit of chicken stock. And we're just gonna stir this. It's heated up pretty well right now. Man, I got a frog in my throat. Some frog legs. We're gonna add the cream of mushroom soup. I'm adding the whole can, but I'm just trying to spread it around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Let's just go ahead and let it all. You can get most of it out. You ain't got to get it all out. You know, this isn't a specific recipe, like I said. Toss this in the T-Rash can. Ooh, cans. We're gonna stir this up. Get this mixed in well, incorporated, whatever word them fancy chefs use. And we don't have much left, man. We got the rest of the chicken stock, and then we're gonna let it all kind of cook down a little bit. Blend in together. And season it up a little bit. drop the crawfish tails in for, you know, a few minutes and cook some rice. And it's time to eat. It's time to get to manger, you know what I'm saying? That's my catchphrase. I might not have paya, but I got let's get to manger, and you know what I'm saying? Bruh? All right, we're gonna finish doing this right here. That crawfish is, those tails are gonna give us a pretty reddish orange color to our sauce. And we'll get this corn bathing in some butter. And we'll cook some rice. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Later. It's looking good. At first, it looks like a puddle, or what I would imagine a puddle on Bourbon Street looks like, but it ended up mixing together. I don't really think we need any seasoning, so I think it'll be good like that. All right, looking good, nice and mixed in and incorporated. All right, y'all. Got it burbling like your tummy after a Taco Bell trip. We're gonna just slide them bad boys right in there, like so. Man, crawfish is amazing, y'all. Nobody talks about, well, some people do, but for the sake of conversation, I'm gonna say that. Nobody talks about how it's such a blessing to live in Louisiana, specifically south of I-10, where seasoning consists of more than just salt. Don't worry, this will all be cleaned up before my wife gets home. I'm gonna crank this back down. This crawfish tails are cold. They're gonna cool down the sauce a little bit. Don't worry, I know it still looks like somebody from Idaho cooked this. Not done yet, okay? Give me some time. Promise, it's very, very good. I'm gonna keep mixing this up. I changed my mind about the seasoning. I'm gonna use some. That's pretty much it. This is actually looking really, really good for trying to video it while I'm cooking it at the same time. So, smells good too. Anyway, we'll finish up. We'll see you back here in a minute. All right, let's see what we're looking like. Oh yeah. Simmering along just right. We're gonna stir it up. It'll thicken. Towards the end, I'll leave the lid off the pot so it'll evaporate a little and stay thickened up, or get thickened up. But it smells great. I'm gonna add some seasoning after I taste it. I'm gonna let this cook down a little while and come back to it later. All right, wife's on her way home. She'll be here shortly. I'll get her plate together and then I'm gonna fix mine. She likes baby forks. I don't know how hungry she is. Just do a little bit. We're gonna get a spoon. This is finished cooking and it's kind of cooled down, but nothing terrible, you know. That hot rice will heat it up. We got some corn. This stuff's been soaking in butter and some currant juice and some Paya Cajun Ninja seasoning. But you know, I gotta hit it again with the Paya, right? She's gonna look at that plate and say, "There's no seasoning on that." Yeah, no, cutting on a napkin instead of a cutting board. Nobody cares. El Garnicho. Don't forget the Hubigs. Alright, plate. Bottle of water. And a napkin. Can't forget the napkin. Alright. Lord bless it.